Imagine unearthing a tomb untouched for over 4,400 years, revealing secrets shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Buried beneath the shifting sands of time lies a discovery that challenges everything we thought we knew about ancient Egypt. In this video, we'll delve into the recent discovery of an untouched tomb at Saqqara, shedding light on the life of a high-ranking priest named Wahyte. This tomb promises a glimpse into the world of opulence, mystery, and unexpected twists. Stay tuned until the end to explore the untold stories of Wahyte's family, the secrets hidden within the tomb's walls, and the perplexing enigmas that continue to captivate archaeologists and historians alike. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating insights into ancient history. When considering ancient Egypt, despite the significant number of artifacts unearthed, the hidden depths beneath the sun-baked sands are boundless, beyond calculation and imagination. The expansive Egyptian deserts harbor countless treasures and captivating narratives. One such narrative emerges from an excavation at the renowned Saqqara burial site, 20 miles south of Cairo on the Nile's west bank, where river-fed crop fields give way to desert. It uncovers the final resting place of Wahyte, a prominent priest and official serving under King Nefertiti during the 5th dynasty of ancient Egypt. Waty's tomb was opulent, adorned with unique artifacts, impressive statuary, and intricately decorated walls depicting his life story in vivid inscriptions. Curiously, they discovered that Wahyte had never been mummified, with only a pile of bones remaining in the sand grave as evidence of his existence. As his meager remains were delicately lifted through the shaft, it marked Wahyte's first exposure to sunlight in 4,400 years. Alongside his bones lay the poignant narrative of his life, holding a tragic secret. The tomb was remarkably well preserved, with paintings whose colors seemed freshly applied, depicting various scenes such as pottery and wine production, religious rituals, musical performances, sailing, funeral crafting for funerary purposes, and hunting. Moreover, the decorations included themes aimed at magically recreating an environment in the afterlife, particularly focusing on food production to sustain the deceased for eternity. Simultaneously, other facets of Wahyte's persona emerged, indicating that he harbored undisclosed secrets. But before we get into that, let's look at the layout of the tomb. The tomb, constructed between 2415 and 2405 BC in the Saqqara necropolis south of Cairo, boasts colorful depictions of daily life, featuring over 50 statues and 5 burial shafts. Egyptologist Aidan Dotson from the University of Bristol said, "What we have is a rock-cut tomb chapel." He also said that the rest of the decoration is made up of scenes intended to magically recreate the environment in the next world, in particular, the production of food to sustain the dead for eternity and their receipt of offerings. Wahyte's tomb follows a simple layout comprising an entrance, a visitation chamber, and burial shafts. The entrance, facing south, features high-relief figures carved into the rock walls and is now protected by a modern chamber. The visitation chamber, measuring about 33 by 10 by 10 feet, showcases ornate painted reliefs and statues of Wahyte, reflecting the preferences for private family spaces among elites during the Old Kingdom. 5 burial shafts, dedicated to specific family members, are located along the eastern wall. Decorations within the tomb include depictions of daily activities and inscriptions honoring Wahyte's role as a purified priest to the king. Additionally, the tomb contains false doors believed to guide the soul of the deceased and inscriptions mentioning Wahyte's family members, providing insights into his personal life. Now, back to Wahyte. During the 5th dynasty of Egypt, Wahyte served as a high-ranking priest under King Nefertiti. Inscriptions within the tomb reveal details about Wahyte's family, including his mother, Meretmin, his wife, Werepata, and his children, Seshem Nefer, Kai Makanetir, Sebiab, and Seket. Wahyte's burial complex concealed mysteries, inconsistencies, and potentially perilous revelations, hinting at something extraordinary, perhaps even a desperate plea for help. According to archaeologists, the walls narrate the life story of the mortuary complex's proprietor, identifying him as Wahyte. purified priest of the king, overseer of the divine estate, overseer of the sacred boat, revered with the great god, Wahyte. However, the incessant repetition of Wahyte's name, along with the excessive display of 50 statues within the high priest's chamber, appeared unusually exaggerated, even for a purified priest, raising suspicions of deception. Additionally, the consistent mention of Meret Min, his mother, rather than his wife, Weret Ptah, as customary, added to the intrigue. Further scrutiny revealed a particular carving on a false door, depicting a man and a woman seated at a table, with the woman identified as his mother instead of his wife. Why this deviation from the norm? As inquiries deepened, another unsettling revelation surfaced. Wahyte's name appeared to have been inscribed over an earlier inscription that had been erased. This raised the possibility that Wahyte either encroached on another's tomb or fell victim to a sinister scheme. Within the chambers, Wahyte penned a poem dedicated to his brother and included a song of penance, yet conspicuously omitted his brother's name. It is plausible that Wahyte's fear of retribution in the afterlife prompted this act, as he envisioned himself among the judges of the underworld, possibly seeking to evade punishment through such gestures. As the narrative of Wahyte's life unfolds, the mystery surrounding his family and their fate becomes increasingly perplexing. He appears to have held a significant and respected position as a high priest within the country. At the age of 35 to 40, Wahyte had 4 children, 3 sons, with one below 20, another under 18, and the youngest likely around 6 at the time of his death. His daughter was also very young. Meanwhile, his wife was in her 30s, and his mother was in her 50s. Intriguingly, the entire family was depicted in the inscriptions adorning the walls of the chamber. Within the burial site, 4 shafts extended into the chamber floor, leading to the lower level of the complex, where the remains were interred. One shaft was empty, while another contained the bones of 3 sons. The third shaft held the remains of an older woman, a younger woman, and a small girl. The last shaft contained Wahyte's own remains. This arrangement raises questions regarding the premature deaths of his children. The premature deaths of Wahyte's children raise poignant questions, yet they concealed other crucial secrets. Let's uncover these mysteries next. The ultimate demise of his young offspring seems to have deeply affected Wahyte. Despite the opulent decoration of the upper chamber, he himself was buried without mummification, in a simple wooden casket. Analysis of his bones suggests he was a frail individual. Evidence of anemia, like that of his mother, is apparent in the bones of his lower limbs. The archaeological findings surrounding Wahyte present a contrasting narrative of his esteemed position. The researchers highlighted discrepancies such as Wahty's name being overwritten on the walls and the prominence of his mother's name over his wife's in the inscriptions. Additionally, burnt mummies discovered at the site raised questions about the cause of death. James Tuvell, the director of Secrets of the Saqqara Tomb Netflix documentary, also made some stark observations of the entire case. We think it is an entirely modern phenomenon that everyone wants to filter their image online to make themselves look something more than they are. But that is exactly what was happening way back then. The real Wahyte was a man with a club foot who suffered from poor health, Tuvell says. He continued, through his avatar in the tomb, he created this huge, powerful, perfect image of a man to last for eternity. That's fantastically modern. When people find our Instagram posts in 4,400 years' time, they will be saying, in 2020, was there this entire tribe of people who were all perfectly thin and only took great photos? The ancient Egyptians used the wall inscriptions of their mortuary chambers and temples not only to depict their earthly life and surroundings, but also to express their dreams and aspirations for the afterlife. Some of the enigmas surrounding Wahyte and his family were unraveled through hieroglyphic writings on the tomb walls, while others were revealed through the examination of their bones. Clues such as their sudden deaths and significant age differences shed light on the story. Yet despite these discoveries, numerous mysteries persist. Unresolved riddles linger, including the erased inscriptions on the walls and doubts regarding Wahyte's rightful ownership of the mortuary chamber. What remains certain is that Wahyte endured a tragic fate, falling victim to sorrowful circumstances. In the midst of this captivating exploration, It remains truly astonishing to contemplate that this ancient tomb has stood the test of time, remaining intact and in remarkably good condition for over 4,400 years, offering a rare and unparalleled window into the distant past. If you are eager to uncover more astonishing discoveries from the ancient world, be sure to subscribe and check out our video about Tutankhamun's treasures, which were found intact after being buried for 3,000 years.